Hey, so one of the things I get asked all the time is, how do I take an action when I'm not clear? How do I take an action when I'm not clear? It sometimes comes up for writers also, or artists of, how do I write something when I'm not clear, right? But for me, it is the action that will get you clear. It is taking actions that will get you clear. So I'll give you an example. In writing, it's the act of writing and to be in that process that you start liberating things and you start exploring and you start experimenting, and then you get clear. So if you're waiting to get clear before you act, you'll be waiting a long time. So, one of the examples I give all the time is, I remember when I bought my first house and the realtor had asked me, what are you looking for? What are you looking for, right? And I wasn't clear. I was thinking, well, it needs to have a roof, and I think it needs to have windows. I wasn't clear about, I don't know what kind of house I'm looking for. I've never bought a house. I mean, I know some people are very clear. I wasn't. And so what the realtor did, he didn't say, well, let's just stay here and never go out and never do anything until you're absolutely clear. He said, let's go look at houses. Let's go look at houses and see what you like. So he showed me small houses, big houses, a Tudor, an old house, a Victorian, modern, this kind of neighborhood, that kind of backyard, these kinds of windows. Like, it was the experimentation, it was the exploration, it was doing that got me clear. Because when I started doing, one thing, I saw, oh, modern houses are really nice. And then I saw old houses. It's like, oh, I love the feeling here. And I didn't know that. I needed to see everything. I needed to see different things to find my voice, so to speak, to find that clarity, so to speak. So what I want you to know, the clarity's in you already. The clarity is absolutely there. Sometimes action liberates it. Action, experimentation, exploration. Again, like dating. Sometimes people think, I want to meet the most perfect person. I'm not going on a date until I meet the most perfect person. Good luck with that. Right? I mean, a lot of you hear it. Good luck with that. Right up again. I'm not going to date until I meet the most perfect person. No, you're going to date so that you can meet the most perfect person. And in fact, in that example, it is the dating, it is the getting out there that makes you start realizing not only the type of person that you're attracted to, not only the type of qualities that you're looking for, but it also helps you start learning what's in your way. Right? The judgments that come up for you, the old wounds that come up, the things you may need to work on, like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't interrupt everything that person says, or, oh, maybe next time when they say they have 5 feet, believe them, right? Don't imagine the whole thing of who they could be, So again, whatever issues you might have that are blocking you from what you truly want, they will come up. But they only come up by taking an action. They only come up by getting into the game, getting into the arena, exploring, experimenting, and learning. So I think clarity is sometimes in your feet, right? And so I want you to explore, experiment. And again, I want you to remember the clarity is already there. We're not trying to make it happen. We're not trying to force it. Going back, when I teach writing, for instance, I'll always tell people the writing itself knows what wants to be written. The writing itself knows what wants to be written. The clarity's in you. Same thing when I do career coaching with people. There's a bell that rings inside you. You might be exploring, I think it's this, I think it's that, I might want to do this, oh wait, I think it's Russian poetry, but no, I think it's engineering, but no, I think it's this. It's the actual experimenting and playing and exploring and finding out more that a bell rings inside, or there's coherence, or there's something electric, or it's like, oh my God, who knew? It's this. I want to do this. So again, your head has lots of ideas. Your head is exploring. Your head is frustrated. Your mind is really trying not to make a mistake. Your mind is really trying to stay focused and choose the right thing perfectly right away. And it's never going to happen that way. Because by the way, clarity doesn't come from your head. Clarity doesn't come from your mind. Clarity comes from your soul. Clarity comes from your gut. Clarity comes from a yes. And clarity comes from that highest thought inside you, right? So let's play with it. I want you to give yourself permission to explore, experiment, play, get messy, and pay attention. And pay attention to all of it. Take notes, pay attention, because everything's teaching you. Everything's showing you something. The clarity is getting more and more revealed the more that you experiment and play. Thanks so much for being here.